One's life is in greater shambles than a man who doesn't want you. Oh, work's so crazy right now. Work's crazy. I'm moving.
So I help women heal from love addiction, this pattern of being in relationships with people who are unavailable to you, trauma bonded relationships, situationships that you're stuck in forever, long-term relationships, committed relationships with people who are not treating you the way that you deserve, and you will overgive and over commit to folks that you should probably walk away from. And the reason why it's hard for you to do that is because of trauma. Earlier childhood trauma, relational trauma that has normalized this type of breadcrumbing, unhealthy relationships, avoidance. You become an avoidant yourself sometimes. So that's what I do. And with my folks who are single, and sometimes my folks that are in committed relationships, but especially my folks who are single, when we are just starting to work together, and they're telling me about new potential partners or people that they're talking to, I will hear things like this all the time. So these potential beaus will have all these reasons why they are so busy. They can't text them back. They're not available for a date. They're when they do talk to them, they're a little bit distant. That they really want to go slow. And my clients, being the most loving, caring women in the world, and also women who, again, have been groomed, a lot of times raised with really half-assed love. People who all they had to do was either say the words that I love you, but not really back it up with action, or not even say that sometimes and just be physically present. Their bar is so low to where they do not understand and they don't see that what is happening is that this person is showing lack of interest or non-interest versus, they're just going through a hard time right now. They've not really had people who are healthy and available to set the standard for them to understand when they're being duped and when they're being gaslit and when they're being kept as placeholders for people who are busy either paying attention to potentially other partners that they are giving more time, money, and access to, or other hobbies or things, but whatever it is, you're not actually at the top of the list. You're an afterthought. And that's not the same as saying that you're not worth being at the top of the list, but you are giving access to your mind, your body, your soul, your heart to someone who does not see you as valuable enough to prioritize you. And that can be really hard for my clients to want to accept and believe. One, because they are very attached to the fantasy of what this person has either presented to them or what they want to be true, the potential and story that they've made up in their head. And also the second one is sometimes that it can be very hard to hear because what they take in is not that I've attached to someone who's avoidant and has a hard time being available to me. And so they're the ones with the issues. Not that everyone has to like you, but for someone to kind of string you along, breadcrumb you, make you false promises, and really mistreat your heart in that way, that says something about their character, right? Like, versus them communicating that they're not interested in letting you go. So they will take the fact that someone is treating them in that way to mean that there's something wrong with them. And if they were good enough, if they were worthy enough, if they were pretty enough, if they were sexy enough, if they were ever, that this person would not treat them as an option versus a prize. And that's not the case. You are amazing. What needs to happen is for you to understand and believe for yourself that you are amazing. So that when people treat you in a way that's less than you deserve, they don't have time for you, they can't tell you the truth, they make excuses when they say that they're going to be there for you. And this is a pattern. It's not a once in a while thing, but this is how it is for you to understand that even if what they're saying is true and their life is in shambles, that you deserve to be with someone who is going to be available for you. That this may be the right person, wrong time. Great. I will let you go and work this out, and I'm going to go find someone who is available for me. And it's okay for you to do that. That you don't have to take something that looks good on the outside and try to make it work. And I think a lot of times when you have not had access to healthy love and relationships, and you've been kind of raised to take what's been given to you and make the best of it, you continue to do that as an adult. And so if that's you and someone is kind of stringing you along, just let them go, girl. Just let them do what they do and find someone who's available and ready for you. I hope that helps.